What's going on YouTube, man? I appreciate you guys checking out these videos. So in this video, I'm gonna pretty much talk about two things. One, I'm gonna talk about the war with Russia, Ukraine, that whole situation and how I feel about that. And then secondly, I'm gonna tell you what's going on with me. Just give you a little update as we go ahead and get into the midterm of this semester. Let's get into the video. All right, so a lot of people don't really watch like global news. Or news in general, right? And so like you really don't know what's going on, especially on a world setting. And it's really no different while you're in the military. I know you thought that was going to go somewhere else, but it's really no different. Like if you're dealing with people in the military, especially if they're not in operations or they really don't know what's going on, like worldwide, not many people even research their own stuff anyway. So I want to keep that in perspective for you so that when you start to see stuff on the internet, kind of gauge where you're getting that information from. Because let's be honest, man, a lot of people are like, you know, they're internet warriors. They've been on 5 deployments, they've been on 7 deployments, and in actuality, they haven't done anything, right? And like, if you really think about it, like previously, everybody was like a COVID expert, and now they're expert on like war and stuff like that. So pretty much gauge who you get your information from. And secondly, the way I feel about it is I don't speak on things I don't know the whole story about. So dealing with Ukraine and Russia, if you're going to hear me talk about it, it's probably going to be after the fact when either I've seen or I read or I know what I'm talking about, or it's already got resolved. Like either way, you got to understand, like being in the military, you got to go through certain things. It's just a part of it, right? So if the president say go, then we got to go. We might not even know why we're going, but we just got to go. And that's just how it goes for us. And if you speak about it and you don't know what you're talking about, you could potentially put yourself in jeopardy just by, you know what I'm saying, by being ignorant to the fact, right? Just because you're ignorant don't mean you're innocent. So for me to you, if I was you, I'll go back and watch the dinner table conversations video I made, man. That's a very good video for stuff like this. Because if you don't know what you're talking about, you might spark a conversation you're not ready for. Just be mindful of that. All right, so lastly, how this semester is going for me. The semester is not terrible, you know what I'm saying? I did learn a very valuable lesson on my last math exam, so you got to make sure you keep going to these professors, even if you're going to tutoring every day. The only reason why I say keep going to your professors, join their office hours, just show that you care about your own grade and your own success. Just because they give you information that they may not have given everybody else just because you went to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that unfair? Is it really? Because like sometimes you just showing initiative should be rewarded with some information that you asking for, because you might be the only one that's looking for that information. And if the professor feels like it's pertinent information, usually they'll send like a little email chain. That way everybody got the same information. Because man, quick story. I was taking an exam. I didn't know what was on, you know what I'm saying? I didn't understand something on the exam. And then the first thing that the professor said was like, you should have saw me through my office hours and I would have told you that. Like, long story short, I ain't think that was kind of fair, but at the same time, sorta she got a point. Sorta she got a point. So I told her I'm gonna make your office hours when I can, and we went ahead and scheduled everything that had to get done so that we could go ahead and be successful this semester the first time around. Because if you coming into our program as far as State 21, OCS, MECEP, or even you just a college student, you got to keep that in mind, man. You got to get through the first time. It ain't no second time. You got to get through the first time. As always, man, I appreciate you guys' support, and I'll catch you next video. Peace.